So I wanted to talk about my thoughts on the Diablo 4 open beta that I played this weekend. Yeah, but overall I liked it. I was actually surprised by how much I liked it. So I had the thought of playing the Druid first because I like the idea of being like Beast Boy, where you could shapeshift into different forms of animals and deal damage that way. And I guess that's how it worked, right? Like, for the most part, it was like that. But the issue that I kept running into is, like, I saw Kriparian's review of Diablo 4, and he was talking about how melee characters, like, especially the Barbarian and the Druid, struggle with dealing damage to certain enemies, or a lot of enemies in the game. And bosses. So that kind of sucks about the Druid. Because I noticed, like, it was hard for me to deal damage because I had to get within really close range. And my close range skills weren't that fast. Besides, like, maybe Claw? But even Claw, right? It's not... I mean, it's good, but it's nowhere near as efficient as, let's say, like a sorcerer shooting from range to deal damage, like, safely, too. So that kind of bummed me out. That kind of bummed me out a lot, actually. Oh yeah, and some bosses, they had their own, like, AoE cloud that they would use, and then they would stay in the AoE cloud, so if you're melee, you would have to contest their AoE while trying to hit them and also taking damage, so it's kind of awkward. But the Necromancer. The Necromancer is a very different story. The Necromancer was super strong, and I was picking, like, not the most optimal skills because I was going in kind of blind, or as blind as I could without being spoiled. And I wasn't doing the whole blood mist corpse explosion garbage where you're constantly fortified and you're using your mist cooldown off of the corpses, or I think that's how that build works, but I wasn't doing that cheese. I was doing like some sever stuff. But even like the sever stuff that I have going on, it was surprisingly effective because it allowed me to deal damage safely, and my minions were taking most of the aggro. So even though my class wasn't exactly ranged, it allowed me to deal damage from range, which is something the Druid couldn't do. So, just sad. But after I got to 125, not 125, on to 25 on my Necromancer, at that point of the day, I stopped playing because I was playing for like 7 hours in a row. So I'm like, ah, shit. Kind of burnt out, kind of done. But at least I'm glad that I got to 25. So that's that. I really liked the aesthetics and the background in Diablo 4. But I love some dungeons were really nice. Like, it reminded me a lot of Elden Ring's kind of level design. Like the Lost Archives, especially with the Harry Potter look with all the books and the blue light that it had. It was really nice to look at. But I kind of got tired of seeing snow everywhere. So that's the only thing that kind of bugged me. But the snow is nice, you know, it's not so bad, you know, the first couple times you see it, but after a while, it got kind of tired or tiring. So I didn't understand the whole overpower mechanic. Maybe I'm just a newbie who can't read, but it was kind of hard to understand what exactly it does. Because I don't know if it's like a super crit. Because I know that it's overpower is a flat percentage. You can't increase it, but you can increase the amount of times it can proc. Did I say that? I don't think I said that right. But it's a flat 3%. And it's supposed to happen, I think... When does it happen? Hang on, let me look. It is an attack that deals extra damage equal to the sum of the player's current and fortified life. The chance for this occurring is 3%, and that number can't be increased through stats. Instead, certain... Oh, no, okay, so instead, certain skills can guarantee an overpower attack. That's what I meant. So you can't get 4 or, more percent than 3. But you can make it so that certain skills will always... Well, not always, but they will deal overpower damage. Yeah, I didn't really understand what that meant. And I guess I kind of understand it now, but even now I kind of don't get it. But so hopefully when I play the game more, I'll get a better feel of what exactly it does. Get more comfortable with using it. Like, I don't know if that's just me being new, but to me that seems kind of convoluted. But you never know. Maybe I'm just trying to overcomplicate things. But oh yeah, let me go back. I probably should have mentioned this before, or as like one of the first points. But this is my first time ever playing a Diablo game, or any ARPG where you have to move with clicking everywhere, or in my case, I just kept holding mouse 1 to move. But it wasn't that bad. It took just a bit to get used to. It's really bad. It just took a little bit to get used to. Then I didn't realize that there's going to be PvP in Diablo 4. But in my mind, I'm thinking of how janky that's going to be, where you have people who are basically, I think, or what I feel like is going to happen is going to be people getting these really min-max legendaries, and it's just going to be a one-shot kind of spam thing. Kind of like in Elden Ring, where you stack a whole bunch of buffs, and then you just spam R1 until the opponent dies. That's kind of what I pictured PvP in Diablo is going to be like. Who knows? It might be different. But it might not be that simple. But we'll see. We'll see. I played on the first tier difficulty because I was a scrub and I'm like, I don't want to get my ass kicked. But I think after I got to I keep saying 125, I got to 25. I could have done the, what is it, the veteran or the tier 2 difficulty. But like I said, I ran out of time because at that point in the beta, I was already playing for like 7 hours that day. And I just got my character at the end of the session to 25. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm done. I think I'm done. But now I wait. Now I wait for the next 2 months. But in the meantime, yeah, I'll have, I think, a video every week where I upload my Necro playthrough and watch me scrub through trying to beat or level up to 25. I didn't realize that what I should have done was not rush through the story, but get through the story, and then with the remaining levels that I had, then do the quests or the side quests. So what I was doing all the side quests first, and then the story. But then quickly realized that I'm going to run out of time before, because there are so many side quests to finish. And so many areas of the beta to explore. I was like, oh shit, I'm not going to finish in time. So that's that. So now we wait. Oh yeah, the queue times. Hang on, that's also a thing too. I mean, I guess I wouldn't say that's expected, but the queue times were really annoying, especially on Friday, the first day of the beta. Because one of my queue times, or the time I got kicked, was me literally going to the graphics settings and changing my settings from high to medium, because I was not struggling, but I was getting kind of low FPS drops while streaming and playing the game. And then as soon as I switched, my game crashed, and then I was stuck in the queue for an hour. So, good job. Thanks, Blizzard. Yeah, but besides that, that's really it for my queue time story. It wasn't anything too bad. Which is nice. And that would be a lot worse, but it's not. It was not. And then the UI needed a lot of fixing. I remember I couldn't find out where my character stats were. I kept seeing like the amount of resources or the plants tab, which I didn't really give a shit about. I was like, who gives a crap about how much plants I have in my inventory? I really care about the stats and the things that are affecting how much damage I'm doing, right? But in order to see those stats, you had to go into the tab that has your plants or your resources, and then click another tab, and then you can see it. Or even then, you still had to scroll down to see most of your other stats too. Then some legendaries or some items, you had to scroll down to see what the rest of to see what the text read, because some of it was like off screen. So that was kind of jank, but I mean, those are things that are easier to fix. So I'm not too worried about that, hopefully. Again, I don't know how far along the beta was in the build, because it could be like a build from like a month ago, 2 months ago, or it could be what the game is going to be at release. Like, you don't know. So, we'll see. So at this point, I finished my Terraria playthrough. The quote-unquote melee playthrough. Even though it's not like true melee, it's still somewhat melee focused, you know, using mostly melee weapons. But that's all done. I beat Moonlord first try, and it is very scuffed, and you'll see that kind of soon. Very scuffed fight, but it got the job done. I guess all the get fixed boy attempts came in handy, minus the moon boulders. Oh god, that was so annoying to deal with, but anyways. Wow, this keeps going. Holy shit. So I believe today, or whatever, what is today, Wednesday? Oh yeah, it's Wednesday. I uploaded my Deerclops fight, and that was a long time ago. Maybe about like 2 to 3 weeks ago. So, in real time. So that's nice. Yeah, but as for other things to do in Terraria, I don't really know. I mean, I could do some modded content, like I know everybody is like suggesting that I play Calamity, but I don't really like, I'm not really seeing the appeal for Calamity. Maybe I'm just underhyping the mod, but I like vanilla. Now, that sounds kind of lame and dull, but I really like vanilla. But maybe modded Terraria is the way to go. Or with Calamity, or other mods too, like not just Calamity. Yeah, but it's like I could do Calamity. I think I saw Chippy Gaming, which is the very famous Terraria content creator. He did like I think the mod that he played was Thorium, or something like that. And that looked kind of fun in one of his videos that I saw. So I might check that out, but I don't really know what else to do. Might be also burnt out on Terraria too, I don't know. Right now I'm trying to get my Purity achievement done, and it's taking a while. I didn't realize how long it was going to take, but it is taking a minute to get done. It is taking a bit, let me tell you. But you probably won't see that because I guess in the background I'll have maybe some Diablo 4 gameplay from my recording plan or some other stuff. I don't know. So who knows? I thought about going back, or not going back, but trying to play a single player game. I know that Resident Evil 4 came out the past week, but I have Resident Evil 2 in my Steam library that I've never played before, so I might play that. Who knows? It's pretty much just, I wouldn't say me stalling, but me doing whatever before June. What else? Yeah, trying to get the Purity achievement. I'm at 1% Hallow, 5% Crimson, and I'm working on my Crimson biomes right now, trying to get that done. So that'll be fun. One of the first things that I've done on my channel was I did a BioShock Let's Play. That was really fun. Now, it's not exactly going to be the best content I've put out. Actually, most of my content's pretty scuffed anyways. But there's more stuff up here. Ooh, hang on, that would have sucked. But it was still fun though. You know, obviously I'm still learning. I was still learning how to commentate and do a let's play while playing a game, which is kind of, well, it's not, obviously it's not the fucking hardest thing to do, literally playing a game, but it's not exactly easy as people think it is. Being able to talk while playing and then try to be somewhat entertaining. And yeah, but it was still fun. Still fun. I don't think I finished it because I think I realized that I wouldn't say it's work or Megalo, but definitely took a lot more effort than I thought it would. So I said, fuck it, I'll just stop. I'll just stop. So we'll see. I don't know. It's all a toss-up of what I want to do. I could do whatever, I guess. And see what sticks, what happens, whatever it is. But I wish that I could play more Slay the Spire. But I think I'm burnt down on that right now, too. I mean, I'll do, like, a casual run maybe every once in a while, but as for, like, playing it on stream, that's hard. Because when you get... Well, I play a lot of the Defect. So my problems with the character are very exaggerated, with people saying how the Defect is not exactly the best character in the game. But they're not the simplest to learn either. So, ow, I hate you. I still love the game. It's the most game that I played on Steam with 1,500 hours, which I never thought I was going to accomplish at all when I first bought the game. I bought the game off of a chance because of a YouTuber that I would watch who would play Hades content. And all of a sudden, he uploaded a video about him playing Slay the Spire. I was like, oh, what is this game? Looks kind of fun. I've never played a card game before in my life. Because my background is usually FPSs. So I was really gambling on whether or not I would like it or not. Just, you know, throwing it out there, being like, fuck it. And it was really good. And that was, I think, what, 2 years ago? And now I'm here. 1,500 hours later, trying to main the defect. Sometimes playing silent when I feel burnt out on that robot character. But it is what it is. You know, I guess with most games that you play a lot of, you end up being sick of it, right? Because every year I get, like, in a mood where I want to play Spire a lot for, like, a couple of months, and then I get too burnt out, then get sick of it, then don't feel like touching the game ever again. Then the cycle repeats itself. Where I'm like, oh, let me just play a run out of nowhere. And then I realize, man, I suck ass. So that's that. Anything else? Not really. Oh, yeah. As for Warzone, I don't know what I want to do with Warzone. That might just be DED Dunzo. Which I am kind of happy about, if I'm being honest. I'm glad that I don't take that game seriously, or not that like I ever took it seriously, but, you know, ever cared about at all. But I don't care about looking up meta builds and staying in touch with that, because not really too invested anymore about having some console Andy, controller Andy playing on their 50-inch TV outgunning me because of aim assist. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, my duo partner was like, hey, you wanna run some games? And it was during the Diablo 4 beta. I was like, nope. No, I don't. That's all you. You go ahead and win me some games. You win some games for me, but as for me playing it that weekend, no shot. No fucking way. No way in hell I'm doing that. Which I'm glad I did. Because there's no point playing a game that you're not going to have fun in, right? Because games, at the end of the day, they're meant to have fun while played, and not be some kind of chore. Yeah, but I mainly play Warzone just because they want to, or my duo wants to play. I'm like, okay, that'll be nice. But as for like playing it off stream, I really don't. Really don't do it at all. So I am kind of all Call of Duty out. I started playing back in Black Ops 2. And the last Call of Duty game that I really enjoyed was Black Ops 3. But even then, Black Ops 3 had its obvious problems with the specialists, like, and their one-shotting abilities. So, although the zombies was really good in Black Ops 3, I can't deny that. Especially with the Zombie Chronicles DLC, which is one of the best DLCs I've ever played in any video game. It is very, very good. But maybe I'll play some zombies content. Who knows? Who knows? That'd be kind of fun. Me trying to get to... I don't know. I'm not really a high round person. Mainly because I suck. But I consider like 50 a high round. But as for content, I'm kind of open for anything. I have some ideas that I want to upload into videos. And put on here. Because the idea is to grow my Twitch with my YouTube alongside, or both at the same time. Try to get them both up and running here. I'm only quite recently seeing the upsides of YouTube, even though it's a different, I wouldn't say it's more work, but it's different work compared to streaming. Where streaming, it's literally just you go live and then you play a game and talk, but with YouTube you have to edit and then render and then upload and then do that. Not like it's hard work or anything, because it is fun, but it's not, it takes a little bit more effort than streaming, I will say. Or at least for me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just more of a streamer than a YouTuber, but anything else? I think that's all. I think that's it. I think this is for this. I don't know what I'm gonna call this. Like a monthly update. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna call this. Me, a boomer, rants about being trash at games because they're older. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna call that. But yeah, I think that's it. So, take care.